Good morning, good morning. All right, let's get myself ready. I legit just finished my workout with minutes to spare. Because why? Because Venus, back here, Venus is in Aries. I need to get this mirror thing happening. Venus is in Aries and she needs some exertion, ladies. All right, so and the moon in Taurus is being ruled by Venus in Aries. So be comfortable with getting uncomfortable. All right, and the reason, especially why I'm saying that, good morning, Karen, is because right now the moon in the sky is exactly conjunct Uranus. Or it was exact at 8:15, but you can feel it right now. And I just busted out the best boxing and strength session. Thank you, Aileen and Norm. My heart health is on the way up. Hi, Ange, how are you? So, all right, so now earlier this morning we had the moon conjunct Jupiter, which was interesting. I wonder if you had any prophetic dreams or if you had some understanding while you were having your coffee this morning and everything just made more sense. All right, so now later on this evening, just specifically on the moon right now in Taurus, all right, so we have a trine so from 2 p.m. Good morning, Kara. All right, moon in Taurus, trine Pluto in Aquarius. All right, so with this Uranus moon conjunction right now, all right, we've got to get comfortable. Good morning, Vicky, how are you? We've got to embrace the new and expect change. And we've got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable because we have this awareness that things are changing and we have to change with it. Otherwise, we get that Uranian cattle prod in the ass to get our butts moving. So, you have probably been dreaming or aspiring to something bigger and better in your world, and that requires effort. And the effort is also the understanding of the blocks in our subconscious that has stopped us from getting there in the first place. So there's all of this stuff happening in our minds, all right? And then we've got Granddaddy Saturn down here, in the depths of, he's at 14 degrees now. He's nearly right in the middle of Pisces, all right? So he's been doing his thing and he's getting to that, if we look at life and the cycles as biorhythms, he's at that bottom depth. So it's the hard work and determination that is paying off. You are starting to see rewards. I'm not going to go get Dougal because he's a grumpy ass. All right. And mix out there. All right. So, and your mindset is adjusting too. All right. Now, and the thing when I was working on this one was, the analogy of when, good morning, Jay, with the analogy when someone wins the lotto and then they just spend it straight away because they haven't adjusted their limiting beliefs. Hang on a minute. Seriously. Because yes, he is worth it. All right, so back to the analogy of the lotto winners. And this is a thing. When you realize how wealthy you actually are by being healthy and having people that you love around you in a nice environment, that is being wealthy. Being able to control your environment, that is being rich. All right, so here we are back to the analogy of if you don't adjust your limiting beliefs, and then you get a windfall or you get a change that you believe that you don't deserve, then the universe will conspire to make your environment agree with your thoughts. So you need to adjust that antenna, all right? So our thoughts, Mercury, Mercury has that little moon on top of it. Same with Uranus. Uranus is, it's two outward discs, like they're both antennas, all right? Uranus is the higher octave, so that higher spiritual perspective, so we have antennas on our heads and our thoughts are what we emit to the universe, and the universe will conspire to say okay to you. All right, so I wonder if there's something that I don't believe about that, but I do believe that. Anyway, so get okay with being uncomfortable. Look at those thoughts that make you uncomfortable as well. Look at those limiting beliefs and actually stop and think, do I really believe that? you know. And if you are going through a difficult time of adjustment, be kind to yourself, all right? Because there is some part of you that is freaking out inside, all right? So we need to, then we go to the inner child stuff, or the, you know, like John Bradshaw, you know, the family systems. Like, what part of you feels like you're in the position you should be in and you can't get out of that? You stay where you are, you know. That's you're number three in the siblings. You can't aspire to do better than your parents or number one or whatever, you know, whatever your story is. So you know, what you do, what I do is valuable, all right, is one of those things. Like, so in everyday life, even if you're just, well, not just, oh my God, biggest job on earth, being a mother to new humans, trying to, you know, make those new little humans good people, or, you know, teaching them that they can function under their own steam in their lives. Like, that's a hard job. Going to work and getting paid by someone else, that's easy. You know what I mean? So it's all relative. So, you know, put yourself into yourself right now and give yourself some credit for where you're at. Look at those limiting things that want to stop you from bigger and better things, and just kindly and adjust that perspective. Go back to that bit of you that wants to stop you and keep you safe, and just, you know, I don't know, comfort that bit. So, whew, all right, what else? Okay, that's what I was saying. All right, so the moon trine Pluto. There's stuff coming up, all right? So Aquarius is our future potential. Pluto is transforming that. You know, maybe we are looking about at some sore points or some things that hurt Pluto in a group of people that we're involved with, Aquarius. You know, and at the same time there is a sextile, so the cogs are turning to Neptune, all right? So there's the ether, that spiritual realm. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's Uranus, there's Jupiter, there's Pluto, there's Neptune, and it's all hooking in to your emotional state. All right, so we want to pay attention to the things that are poking us and hurting us, and just kindly comfort ourselves. Taurus moon. All right, so you can see how it all fits together. All right, so, you know, in the sky, we're coming closer to that Mercury cazimi. So with Mercury retrograde, we're looking back at our experiences as us, the individual, that Aries, you know, how did we drive? What was our energy levels like? All right, so when we're looking at the personal planets, we have Venus. Good morning, Sally. So we have Venus in that Aries place. So she's like, go get them. You know, Norm was telling me, I was telling you guys the other day, that the women in the group were busting it out, and the men, Mars in Pisces, were struggling a little bit. You know, they were walking through the swampy realms. Their energy levels were depleted a little bit. Whereas Venus over here, Venus in Aries, there's my Wonder Woman, is you know, they've got that drive and energy. And, you know, when I was doing boxing this morning, I wasn't thinking of anyone particular, but I was punching someone in the face. I chose violence this morning, and it was fabulous. Mick was like, oh my God, and this is why I don't box with you, because you hit too hard. Yay, go me. All right, so we also have that Mercury coming back to conjunct Chiron again. Oh, all the thoughts out there. We can just comfort ourselves. All right, and the same with the nodes. You know, these thoughts are making themselves aware because you need to release them. Venus conjunct the node is on the same day that Jupiter is conjunct Uranus. All right, so, you know, there are so many challenging questions out there. And I have some here. Okay, I've just the first one that I looked at. The first one that my eyes sat on, that I feel like that was the one I was drawn to tell you, was, what aspects of yourself do you struggle to accept or love unconditionally? All right. And how do your past experiences or family dynamics influence your relationship with self-acceptance? I'm just going to leave those two here today because I feel like they were the ones that I was told to give to you. So, you know, so much of this is about get comfortable with being uncomfortable, challenging that narrative, and forgiveness and self-acceptance and belief in yourself. Because if you win the lotto, you don't want to blow all of that fortune because you still have that limiting belief. And I know my shoulders are like, woo! I love it. I love it. Oh my God, I love feeling strong. I love feeling the mind muscle connection that I've got right now is, oh, so good. So good. Just, oh, so love it so much. So, that is, oh, actually, the big one that I missed was that the Mars Saturn was conjunct at 6 a.m. So here, look at this determination to move, like, so how is this Mars Saturn affecting you in your life? Are you beating up on yourself really badly because you have high expectations? All right, Mars, violence, Saturn, high expectations, expectation of perfection, and there is no such thing as perfection. You know who I'm talking to. So where on the line are you sitting with the Mars Saturn as well? So, effort, diligence, being a biatch to yourself because of an authority figure that has previously told you XYZ. All right. So, all of those things are relevant. All right. But you get to choose compassionately where your thoughts go today. So focus on the amazing things that you have in your life and just comfortably get uncomfortable. All right, guys, that's me. I'm going to go and have my breakfast now. I'm feeling amazing. So go get sweaty today, ladies. Like, seriously, Venus in Aries, she needs to exert herself. It is good for your mental health. We still have that Hygeia in Aries. Venus in Aries rules the head. It will clear your thoughts. Get a sweat. Get your heart rate up. All of these things are exactly what Venus needs to regulate your hormones. The moon is in Taurus, which rules hormones, thyroid, and Venus is also hormones, also very good to move things around. So you have a fabulous day too. Mwah, Sally. You've just put your gym gear on. Yay! Go, Alicia! I love it. I love it. I hope I have inspired you to go get sweaty. Mwah!